As you know, reading enhances the mind and allows children to explore worlds that they may never be able to visit. Well, Neighborhood Journal's own Joanna Denisio had a chance to meet some budding authors and illustrators at Pine Island Elementary School in Warwick, New York. Pay close attention to these special kids.
Second graders at Pine Island Elementary School use reading to engage and enhance their learning skills. As part of a 3-week program entitled Parents as Reading Partners, parents with children in the school help them explore the world of reading through visuals. This year, local Warwick resident, children's book illustrator, and newly published author Barbara Lanza came to show students how to get wild about reading.
I'm telling them to find what they love to do and to do it with all their heart. And they will find a way to do it throughout their lives, hopefully to make a career out of it. I think the careers that are most successful are those that where we have pursued what we love to do and what we can do best.
For the whole school.
And I learned early on that I had a facility for drawing. It runs in my family, and I was encouraged to use that talent. So I was a class artist. And
After a short reading session with the second graders, Barbara showed off her talents as these kids put her right to work, drawing and telling them how writing and illustrating are a lot alike.
I found, because I'm not, I have not written much. I mean, Time to Fly is the first book I wrote, and I found while trying to make the story work, that it was a lot like constructing a figure. Both a drawing both a drawing and a story needs structure, and I call the foundation for an illustration and a story the bones. And my story had to have good bones, and it was a struggle for me to get that together.
Time to Fly celebrates a story which grew in an artist's imagination. What not a better way to introduce children to a peaceful, enchanting world, letting them see that dreams of becoming a writer or illustrator are close to home.
I like writing and I like drawing, and I like writing because it's like fun because you can imagine it and write it down, and then you could like make the story however you want.
Open book, open mind. When you can read, literacy opens up worlds to you in whatever walk of life that you go into. Whether it's reading a job application, or you're reading the blueprints to build a home, or signing your first mortgage, or renting your first car, if you can't read, so much of life is locked away from you. You can see it, you can touch it, you can interact with people, but if you can't read, there's so much more that you're missing, and that you could get in trouble at not being able to read a contract, let's say. Plus, books just take you lots of different places. I can go to France tomorrow just picking up a book on France, or a fictional story that takes place there.
I want them primarily to explore nature. I want them to do what I think is great for all kids, is just to go outside and look at what's around them and imagine all the adventures they could have out of doors.
Most kids are visual learners, so and they're interested in illustrations and drawings, and so that to keep them motivated, I will also make sure that they're exposed to those kinds of books too. You know what I'm saying? Not necessarily all books, chapter books that have no illustrations at all. I'm a visual learner to begin with, so I love color and drawings, and so I try to show that just the way when you enter my classroom, you will look around and you'll see a lot of color and a lot of illustrations, and that kind of helps spark ideas in children. Children have such a great imagination. So I need to help them bring out their ideas and their thoughts.
Having already written poems, short stories, and plays, the children in Mrs. Powderly's class use what they have learned in life to create their own stories, many of them already wanting to become illustrators and writers.
Joanna, those illustrations truly express beauty and enchantment. How lucky those kids are to have met Barbara and experienced her world of color and life. To learn more about the newly published illustrator Barbara Lanza or the Moo Press of Warwick, log on to these websites or call Moo Press directly at 845-987-7750.